Welcome to the historic Lincoln Biography Building, home of the Chester County Community Foundation. The Lincoln Building is one of 4,200 structures in Westchester listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It was constructed in 1833 under Squire William Everhart, who owned about half of Westchester at the time. Now let's get to the tour. Why is this called the Lincoln Building? Lincoln never stayed here nor actually stepped foot in this building. However, this is the site of the first biography publication of Abraham Lincoln on February 11, 1860. In the 1860s, the Chester County Times newspaper was located in the lower levels of this building. The newspaper was well read by Jesse Fell, an attorney from Chester County who met Lincoln while campaigning in Illinois. On 3 occasions, Fell asked Lincoln to consider running for president. As a Quaker, Fell wanted to support an abolitionist in the 1860 presidential election. Although never campaigning as an abolitionist, Lincoln was known to disdain slavery. When Lincoln finally agreed to run for president, Fell asked Lincoln to write some notes about himself to share with the Chester County Times publishers. The printed article raised Lincoln's reputation in the East Coast, and Lincoln himself attributes this simple account of his life to securing his nomination for President of the United States. The first office in our building is of our Vice President of Philanthropy Services, Beth. Notice the John Hannafin painting above the fireplace with its Van Gogh and Tim Burton-esque features. A beloved local artist, Hannafin has painted the Lincoln Building many times. This is the office of our VP of Business Affairs, Bob, Kevin, and some of our interns. While we have adapted this building for its 21st century office needs, we aim to preserve its historic features. Heading upstairs to the second floor, notice these extra-large 3x4 paned windows spanning 2 floors. They were designed to let in a lot of light as there were no light bulbs in 1833 after all. Here is our Wall of Fame of the Chester County Community Foundation's presidents and CEOs over the years. Welcome to the office of our CEO and President, Karen. Come into our conference room where we hold committee, board, and public meetings daily. Here we have featured some of our legacy award winners over the years. On these shelves, we have featured some of the Community Foundation funds that we hold in trust. Here we have a 6x4 portrait of Lincoln painted by Fred McCarthy, a Kennet artist, musician, and gourmet mushroom grower. One of the most distinct features of our building is the Jefferson Door. The Jefferson Door opens up like a window and has 2 tiny doors on the bottom. While the Lincoln Building is a Federalist-style building, the wrought iron balcony and rail are a departure from this design, and they are not original to the 1833 building. We believe they were added in the late 1860s for speechifying purposes, as a New Orleans architectural craze also influenced Westchester. Each autumn, we parade half-dozen little Lincolns onto the balcony. These 7th and 8th grade students compete for fabulous prizes by reciting the Gettysburg Address, imparting public speaking skills and a sense of history. As we leave the second floor, notice this painting by Nancy Blackman Thompson, which features people who were instrumental in restoring our building in 2012 after a large leak sprung in the attic. Here we see another wonderful John Hannafin portrait. John stood outside at 4 a.m. during the last big blizzard of 2013 to paint the Lincoln Building in winter. Now we come to Beth's office, where our marketing and communications department is hard at work. Notice the floor differences between Steph's office, the office of our community engagement officer, and the office of our marketing and communications officer, Beth. See the differences between the original flooring from the 1860s in Steph's office that was uncovered after the leak compared to the flooring installed in the 1950s on Beth's side. There is one wall in this office that is especially noteworthy. When the plasterers were repairing our leak, as they scraped away the paint, they discovered this piece of artwork in the corner. We're not sure what it represents, likely something done by a construction worker on breaks, next to the ciphering and building computations. We can guess that perhaps the drawing is a view from this window, the old courthouse maybe. There's more to be uncovered, but we don't yet have the financial means for that project. We hope you enjoyed this exclusive tour of the historic Lincoln Biography Building in downtown Westchester, home of the Chester County Community Foundation.